Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming to you with yet another video. Before we get into this video, I wanted to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for liking, sharing, and commenting. Please continue to do the same and tap the notification bell so you get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Well, today is January the 6th, Thursday. I was actually supposed to have a comic book haul yesterday on Wednesday. Of course, on every Wednesday of the month are when new comic books are released. But unfortunately, my comics did not arrive, and my comic book shop sent me a notification saying that they did not get their shipment of comics. So, what I wanted to do was a comic book haul, of course, which was going to feature this very beautiful comic that you see in front of you. But instead, I thought what I would do is actually highlight this particular comic book by itself, independent of Marvel and DC and other comic books. This is Stranger Comics, Tales of Asunda, written by the very talented Sebastian A. Jones. I've shown one of the books, or a couple of books from Stranger Comics in the past, but it's been a long time. This is actually a follow-up to a very popular story that he wrote years back called Niobe, She is Death. There's also Niobe, She is Life. Unfortunately, though, I don't have that book in the collection. I want to get it. You know, I say so many times, I collect so many things. It's hard to keep up sometimes with all the stuff that I collect. But there are certain things that I collect that really stand out, and this is definitely one of them. I actually became familiar with Stranger Comics years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. I think I was at either New York Comic Con or Chicago Comic Con. And I bought the prequel to this story, or the origin books to this story, which actually I have in this little mini haul. And I'll show you in a moment. Just to give you a little knowledge of the character, she's half tribal elf, and she's half human. She also is half demon, to my understanding, and this is coming from the words of the creator himself. She's a direct heir to the throne of the kingdom that she inhabits, and she's also a bounty hunter, to my understanding too. She's a bounty hunter, and she hunts down basically people who do evil things, which includes kidnapping children, and the trafficking of children. And I don't want to give too much of the story away, because I really want you to read it and see it for yourself. But one of the reasons why I'm highlighting, one of the other reasons I should say, I'm highlighting this book, because it actually is, for me, my comic book cover of the month. The artwork for these books, the artwork on the cover artwork as well as the interiors, are absolutely extraordinary, as you can see in front of you. Unlike most covers I see, and of course, unfortunately, you don't have too many covers in the comic book world that feature, a lot of black characters. There are a lot. There are some, but to me, not to this extent. And where you have a black female lead character on top of that, and her name again is Niobe, and you don't see very much of this. So, of course, someone will probably say this is something that you should highlight during Black History Month, but no, that's not true. Any character, can be highlighted at any time, especially, again, when it's a character just as beautifully drawn as this, and the cover art is just, again, extraordinary. I really hope at some point in time in the future that I can get a poster or a portrait, which they actually do sell, and I'm going to have the links in the description below on this particular video. But he actually sells posters, or art prints, I should say. I really don't want to say posters, but art prints and portraits of the character, Niobe. And I really want to get one to put on my wall, because again, I find the character absolutely fascinating, and I find the art fascinating. So much so that I actually bought the second print, or the second cover, for Tales of Asunda, and you can look at that and see that is really remarkable. And we're actually going to take a look at some of the artwork in the book itself, which is, again, incredible. Okay, let's just take one. This is issue number 1. Let's see. Okay, and we'll read the. We'll also give you read the synopsis or the storyline of what this is about. Niobe knew both her fathers were hunting her, the untamed devil and his human king. Some said they were one and the same, but it made no difference which one spilled lies into the ears of her mother's followers. The result was war, misguided children desperate to kill their own savior. From the pages of The Untamed, this is a tale of Asunda featuring Niobe and the stranger, a tale of mercy and retribution, and the judgments we make that cost our enemies those we love and our very souls. Again, writer is Sebastian A. Jones. Artist is Julio Brilha, if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly. Layout artist Daryl May. Colorist Blonde. Cover artists also Kanan White and Blonde, David Mack, Julio Brilha, and Iga Iluiak. And editor, letterist, and designer Joshua Kozine. Based in the world of Asunda created by Sebastian A. Jones. And here's the first page here. As I mentioned, she also has a little demon in her, as you can see on this page right there. That looks kind of creepy. Like that. It says here, first kill. And then here's some of the interior art there. I love the way these panels are composed. The lettering and definitely the colors. Look at that there. That is beautiful. Very nicely done. I love to see comic work and comic art done in this manner, and then again, how the way the story is written. Okay, I don't want to give too much away because I suggest that you actually buy the comic book itself. When I went to go pick it up to go get it from, I go to several comic book shops, but the one I went to go pick it up was Green Brain Comics in Dearborn, Michigan. They have 4 copies on the shelf, and that meaning 2 copies or 2 copies of each, or 2 variants of the book, and excuse me, meaning the covers that I just showed you, if that makes sense. So yeah, and I decided to go ahead and get both of them. One was not enough, so just to kind of give you a preview. And Stranger Comics, they are an independent comic book company. Again, created by, as I mentioned his name a couple of times, Sebastian A. Jones. Here's the back cover. This is his own trademark right there. Very cool. All right, and I mentioned what was it? The Untamed. I actually have that book in this little mini haul here, which is the origin story, or one of the origin stories of this character. Here is The Untamed. And I do want to show you some of the artwork in this from this book too. And I actually picked this up when I was at, again, like I said, it was either the New York or Chicago Comic Con. I can't remember which one I was at when I picked this up, but there's a cover there. Here's the back of the book. And this is actually a trade paperback. Here's the spine. Okay. Very nice there. And, oh yeah, I got this autographed. So yeah, that's an autograph right there. Yeah, that was autographed. And it kind of reminds me, it's almost like Lord of the Rings meets the Black Panther. It has that type of vibe to it, except that the Black Panther is female. Look at that, man. That is absolutely beautiful. And I've kept this book in good shape, I have to admit, for as long as I've had it, and I've had it for quite some time now. And they actually have a theme song written for the story. I'm just waiting for the announcement, and I think I did read something a couple of months back where they're working on possibly bringing this into live action. And I hope that that actually comes to fruition. But look at the artwork there, man. That is absolutely beautiful. I mean, these are almost like paintings versus drawings. Look at that, man. Like oil paintings or something. That is absolutely gorgeous. You know, I always say sometimes some comic books, the stories may be crappy, but the artwork may be beautiful, or vice versa. But in this case, thank goodness, both the art and the story are both good. So that's the Untamed right there. Okay. All right, I don't want that to fall down. So we can get this back in here. So yeah, this is the Untamed. And as I said, I also need to get eventually in this collection, Niobe is Life. And I take care of my books, man. Okay, so let's put that back there. And here is one of the more popular covers from this series. Let's see. This is one of the more popular covers, and I really, really would love to get this as an art frame at some point in time. This is Niobe, She is Death, issue number 1. And then here is the variant cover here, I believe, or one of the variant covers She is Death. But this is my, of the two, this is my favorite right there. Okay, and that's Niobe. So yeah, that's it. That's all. This is autographed too. I got this autographed as well. There's the autograph. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Tales of Asunda, Niobe and the Stranger from Stranger Comics. Oh, and I wanted to show you this too. There's a bag right there. Stranger Comics bag. I picked that up when I was at Comic-Con. So, all right. So yeah, I'm a supporter of what this gentleman does, and he does a very good job. His own creation. So that's a very, very good thing. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little mini comic book haul based off of this singular character. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. That's it. That's all, y'all. Thank you for joining me. Peace, love, and hair grease.